Where is the third check mark? Where the guy knows. Oh, I found all three. Did you find all three check marks? One second. Just... Oh. All right. What's up? Yeah, and like to that, like DDR3 is just flat out worse than DDR5 or DDR4. I mean, all that means is how much people spent. Like, doesn't matter how rare it is. Like, no, like people don't collect that sort of thing usually. If you believe so, I won't buy that. And I don't know anyone in my community is going to buy that. So cool. No one making a laptop today is going to be able with DDR3. The standard now is just DDR5. Then they'll be getting an old system. And that's usually with Windows PC if people are going nostalgic. People don't, like when people go nostalgic Mac, you're talking about 2000 and before early nostalgia Mac. Like back when Mac actually was like heavily supportive for gaming before they went super professional. I have no idea. Oh yeah. He gets it. Yeah. Yeah. Meow. Meow. Mm. Oh, I have to dodge them. Here I was like trying to hit him. There's a... this movie. This look, in 2011, the MacBook support 64 gigabytes of RAM. That's all. What this tells me then is your dad overpaid for RAM, if that's the case. They're protecting their cheese. What the mouse wheel spins into you? The first time you had to use mercy. Recruits. Yeah. But it's like even with 2 slots, like the system itself, like this here supports this here supports maybe max like 120 gigabytes. If I put 256, it just it won't use it. I have no idea. This dog is just running over the... Oh, it currently is. Oh. Not the tables. That's funny. It's another glow shard. Nice. Okay. Mm. Yeah. Huh. It turns the first one. It's a little sad. Totally in the banana. Just a hand. You just gotta ask her. I don't. We asked him. He said he thinks 2011, but I see. So they crossed the first one. We don't want to give money, so that should be it. You give him a high five. Totally expected it to be funny. Okay, let's see what's over here. Possible treasure. That's that. All right, looks like there's nothing on that island. Or you still have one reading that you ready to read? I don't know. I'm ready. All right. It's the puzzle, dude. Burping him? It's the one that I made. Remember when I changed the color? It was always green and blue. Ancient god of combat. There is a death. Hey. Just attack. Oh, it cost. Go place one last house. Yep. Let's see if we can surround him. He should not be able to take any more houses. Yeah, I was like, well, since I can only put houses that are next to each other, then I imagine only he could put houses next to each other, and so I did the classic move of just cutting him off. Oh, I see. Oh, dude, that's like 90s. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's great. Friends. Friendship unlocked. Hey, Betterfish. I beat the secret boss. And the Easter egg, is it the dog running you over? Because that's the only Easter egg I found down there. Huh. What's up, Stucky? Yeah. Okay. I'll go back down. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just went through the acid lake. Oof. Huh? Uh-huh. When ours go. Eat moss always, bro. I thought you just point and his hearts come out. I guess I do like slimy blood. Oh, give me the Moss Master. Oof. Guess I'm not getting the Moss Master achievement. Do something nuts. That's nuts. Oh. Just eat moss, man. Whole city. Lie. The most. I'm She snaps. Everyone likes a Susie. All right, let's read. Oh yeah. Oh, you actually can kill earlier. So I'm guessing you killed Birdly earlier? Yeah. So that whole cutscene you missed. All right. So if this is your first time here, my friends, we're gonna do a quick moment to read the writings that points towards King Jesus. You are welcome to join us, and then we back into as we're engaging the true narrative. We'll be then engaging the delightful visual arts narrative of Deltarune. I'm actually kind of curious of the evil of an evil run. Like or kind of like do whatever I want run. Now I'm like kind of like sticking pure pacifist. All right, let me think here. We're in Numbers. I think we're just now in Deuteronomy. Wait, we finished the book. No, it's Numbers and Deuteronomy. No, it's. I mean, if you read the actual, if we took the Bible, right, then it will be like separate. But this for everyone is one full. One full. It's Numbers and Deuteronomy for everyone. So after we finish Numbers, we do here. I'll just hit this. Oh, see, then Deuteronomy. Look, we're right here at the half. They're on Numbers. We finished Leviticus, Exodus, and Leviticus for everyone not too long ago. So that's probably what you're thinking about when we're at the bottom. Okay, we did that one. Oh, wait, no. Okay, that's specifying the oath, eating with God. Yep. All right, we read that one. You talk about barbecue. It made me very hungry because. Huh. Oh, Beerly runs away. Okay, so he's saying Beerly runs away once he reaches low HP. That happened with you. But in the weird route, he dies in game, and when leaving the Dark World, he is in a permanent coma. Batterfish says, but in the weird route, he dies in game, and when leaving the Dark World, he is in a permanent coma. Yeah. All right. You have to get S rank on all the games to get the weird route. All right. I see. All right. I'll pray. King Jesus, you are such a good, glorious God. We're going to be rating if you'd like to join. Oh, this thing's almost dead. Let me plug it in. And Jesus, you are just a delightful good God. Thank you for this wonderful day where we can just enjoy these good times hanging out. We can enjoy these good times of engaging this written visual story written by Toby Fox. And then now we can read the writings of a very ancient people, like a completely different paradigm, way of seeing the world than I do. I see things from a very innocent, guilt Western perspective, and the ancients had their own their own unique perspective on seeing the world. So may I humble myself when I engage the writings of this other people group, that when we engage the writings of the other people group. And King Jesus, in your Eastern understanding, you said all of these in this meditation literature, all of it pointing towards you. And we cling to you as our God and King. So may we see the beautiful truths in it that you have fulfilled. That gives us wisdom on every day how we can love and serve the other and choose you, our tree of life. Amen. Okay, Numbers chapter 30, negotiations and love songs. Moses spoke to the heads of the Israelite clans. This is something Yahweh has commanded. When someone makes a promise to Yahweh or takes an oath to impose an obligation on himself, he shall not break his word. In accordance with everything that comes out of his mouth, he must act. You're going to hydrate? Yahweh assumes an obligation when she is in her father's household, in her youth, and her father hears of her promise or the obligation that she imposes on herself, and her father says nothing to her, all her promises stand, and all the obligations she imposed on herself stand. But her father restrains her when he hears, none of her promises or the obligations she imposes on herself stand. Yahweh will pardon her because her father has restrained her. If she does come to belong to a man when there are promises binding her, or there is an extravagant that came from her lips that she has imposed on herself, and her man hears, and says nothing to her when he hears, then her promises stand and the obligation she has imposed on herself stand. But if her man restrains her when he hears and annuls the promise that was binding her, or the extravagance that came from her lips that she had imposed on herself, Yahweh will pardon her. But the promise of a widow or a divorcee, anything she has imposed herself, stands in respect of her. If while in her man's household she makes a promise or imposes an obligation on herself by oath, and her man hears and says nothing to her, he has not restrained her. All her promises stands, and every obligation she has imposed on herself stands. But if her man does annul them when he hears, anything that came from her lips, her promises or an obligation upon herself does not stand. Her man has annulled them, and Yahweh will pardon her. Any promises and any sworn obligation to discipline herself, her man may confirm or annul. If her man does say nothing to her from one day to the next, he confirms all her promises or all the obligations that are upon her. He confirms them because he said nothing to her when he heard. If he does annul them after hearing, he bears her waywardness. These are the rules that Yahweh commanded Moses between a man and his woman, and between a father and his daughter in her youth, in her father's household. So, when we get to King Jesus, what does he say the best thing to do about oaths? Not make them. And so here again, we're on an ancient patriarchal society in which these commands, Yahweh is working the best with what the society is. It takes a long time to change a society. You know, you could look at examples of when the United States Army has swarmed a Middle Eastern state, and then they try imposing the U.S. government way of being, like innocent guilt culture way of being, and they resist hard. Like, and then things are just actually worse off than they were at first. Because now you got rebelling against values and systems that you're trying to impose. It takes a complete heart change and then group heart change to be people of healing, people of life. Any thoughts?
Nah, not that I can think of.
All right. About a year after he got married, one of my students set off from Los Angeles for Chicago, driving the opposite way to the recommended in the song Route 66 in order to begin graduate school. Only subsequently in an email did he tell me about how hesitant his wife was about this move. Some days she just breaks down and starts crying. He said and added, "There's so many things about marriage that no one ever really talks about. I have learned that making big life decisions is difficult, more difficult when two people are making them together. Here is God trying to help the Israelites with the process of making some of these life decisions. I wouldn't be surprised if someone had said something to that couple about the trickiness involved in making decisions together and they had nodded sagely. Agreeing in theory and then dealing with things when they happen are very different. Likewise, I suspect God is laying these rules down for the Israelites in light of their having discovered they needed some help. The fact that they did need it makes them more like us than often seems the case. The rules presuppose we are independent individuals making independent decisions about what we plan to do, but only in rare circumstances is this so. In Israel, things might work out as follows. Luke 2 tells us about the prophet Anna, who spent all her time in the temple courts in worship, fasting, and prayer. She could do that because she was a widow. She had no obligations. Admittedly, we don't have her daughter's opinion on this question. I know a rock star grandma or two whose daughter complains that her mothers aren't free to look after their grandchildren because they are out playing a gig. But suppose there is a woman with prophetic gifts who wants to dedicate herself to that kind of life but is not a widow. Suppose there's a household organized for life and work together. Everybody's having a role to fulfill. Among them is a 16-year-old girl who wants to go and live like Anna. Or suppose there is a new wife or mother who wants to do that. Being part of a family, the family in which you were born or the family you joined when you married, means you take on privileges but also responsibilities. You are not free as you would be if you were on your own. Serving God in Anna's way in the sanctuary is not the only way one could imagine someone wanting to make a special commitment to God. In our context, we could think of a person sensing a call to ordained ministry. In the Old Testament, Hannah promises her unborn, indeed unconceived child to God. The Torah refers to promises about making a sacrifice in connection with prayers. And keeping the promise would cost the family, not just the individual. There are also unhappy stories about vows by Jephthah and Saul, though the latter makes explicit that you can always come back to God and seek a renegotiate a promise. As the people realized, though Saul did not. And tragically, Jephthah did not. So here we got these two people who make flippant promises. And one is in the book of Judges with Jephthah. Do you remember that one? That's the one where he promises that if the Israelites have victory over their enemies, he will sacrifice the first thing that comes out of his house.
Oh, that
one. And remember what he... Yeah, he sacrificed his daughter, which God did not ask. Yeah, and then the laws provide a way out. If you make a promise, you could have just sacrificed an ox. But again, the book of Judges makes ways where if you make a promise, there's a way to go back and provide a sacrifice that is of equal value. And then there is Saul, who was like, no one should eat until I rule over my enemies. Yeah, Saul, he was the king before David. And we'll get there since we're writing in sequence. Yeah. And then so his son, Jonathan, he was like out in the forest. He has not heard of this vow, this kingly vow. And so he's out in the forest, and so he takes his stick, stabs it into a honeycomb, and he's like, delicious honey. And he's like, this is so life-giving. And then after that, he was told, don't you know this is what the king said? And he's like, my foolish dad, you know like how much food we could be eating right now after this war? And so then, oh yeah. But then Saul tries killing his son because his son did not obey the vow that he. And so then it's because of Jonathan, though, they had victory over the enemies. And so the people went and defended Jonathan. Again, if Saul knew the Torah, the instructions, he could have known, like, that was stupid of me. That was a stupid vow. I'm going to go make sacrifices to God and just fall myself on the knees and say, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, it's like crazy because the Israelites always want to be like the neighbors, and the neighbors are sacrificing their kids for power. And so it was not too far of a leap for them to think that the God of the Bible wants them to sacrifice their kid for power. Well, again, you know how I always pray that it's the ancient mindset. You know, it's kind of like normal. Like if you go overseas, like they will have a hard time seeing, like if someone from overseas, a very impoverished, saw all the money, wealth, the extra food, all the food that's thrown away, there will be immense shock. But yeah, it's normal for people to hoard stuff. Like that's, again, like, just let's try to have a fair, empathetic. Yeah, let's have a fair, empathetic response. Is like what's usually normal for our culture. Like it will be completely like crazy at other cultures see, and the same thing when we see other cultures, and we're like, why would he do that? That's stupid. Every culture has their blind spots. Let's say they're evil blind spots. Yeah. But then now we have the example of King Jesus, and by clinging to him, we could cut through our culture blind spots and allegiance to him. The rules here refer also to a wife's wanting to discipline herself. She cannot unilaterally decide she will fast today and therefore will not cook for the entire family. Your relationship with your family involves negotiations as well as love songs. To borrow a line from a telling Paul Simon lyric about marriage, train in the distance. God provides parameters for the negotiations. By no means does God rule out daughters or mothers making promises to God, but fathers or husbands need to be party to them. They have the right to object, and God will excuse the woman for keeping the commitment if they do so. But if they have to object now, it is no use objecting in a month or a year's time. If they annul a commitment, then God holds them responsible for the commitment made and not fulfilled. The rules are expressed in patriarchal terms because society works that way. For the same reason, though, there is mention of widows and divorcees who will be independent women. There is no mention of adult single women because there were hardly any such people. Virtually every woman would marry. It is the male head of the household who has to make sure that the family stays viable. If he makes an unwise commitment, he will have to deal with the consequences. If his wife or daughter does so, he will also have to deal with the consequences. In a less patriarchal society, the negotiations will take a different form. At the same time, the rules make use of a regular way of speaking that subverts or takes the edge off of patriarchy. Hebrew has words for husband and wife, which etymologically means master-owner and someone owned mastered. They thus imply a patriarchal understanding of marriage and imply that a wife is her husband's property. The Old Testament rarely uses these words. The words usually translated husband and wife are the ordinary words for man and woman. His wife is more literally his woman. Her husband is more literally her man. Compare best. You is my woman now. A husband and wife are two people who belong to each other. They cannot make promises or undertake obligations that ignore that fact, even promises and obligations to God. And I think if you remember, when we read the book of Esther, we can now compare them with their neighbors. Because the Babylonians literally saw every relationship as a master and their wife as servants. And that just shows like that's an out of Eden reality of sin and compromise. Is there something broken in us that wants to subjugate the other? Even our marriages. Even our relationships. The view's pretty nice on top, eh? All right. Any finishing thoughts, Ethan?
Nah.
Nah. All right. Okay, so that's debt. So you want that the next step? All right. It's crazy how long this, like these first two chapters were the demo. It's crazy how much product you get for a free demo. Nope. No problem here. Where? Go to the dog. Oh, yes. Let's do it. Faster if I leave the mansion? Nope. Oh wait. Fine. Being a silly goose. Need to go to the trash. Trash is closer. Oh, yeah, this place is closed now, right? What? Hmm. Up. Whew. That's sad. Huh? There we go. The dog. Yeah, I think so. The deal maker. Oh. Oh, thank you. Oh. Huh. Oh, all the salesmen are now by. Ooh. All right. Go to the Poochikin. Get hit by the dog. Okay. I was already hit. Like the whole game over happened. Oh. Yeah. Did that. Yeah. And then the dog hits over the game over screen. Oh. All right. Okay. All right, I'm here. Then you do this. Ah. In the Easter egg. Yeah. You're just hearing the sound just going. Oh. Oh, wait, no. Didn't change. I have like have my eye just fully wide open, just lock in. You not move back the moment it actually unlocks. It'd be nice if it doesn't let you. To like let my brain register and just not autopilot left and right. I knew it doesn't let you walk back once you find it, so I don't have to keep on doing it again. Just train my brain if I see moss, it's a turn. If I don't see moss. Oh! Got it. Okay, we got the egg. The egg is ours. Yeah. Like in horror movies when things get really ugly and bad really fast. All right. I'm going to get hit. All right. Yep. Boom. Oh, okay. Close enough. All right. I see. Make my way back. Oh. All right. As I run all the way through back. Can't go in the shops, right? Okay. Oh. Oh. Go. Oh gosh. Oh. Not expecting that. Want to ring the bell. I'll save at the... I'll save at the... Heyo. Heck, get everything. I know where I'm at. All right. There I go right. So now it's time to go up. Oh. Usually where the save at, that's where the boss is at. So let me quickly explore what's on the right. Oh. Oh. Just seeing what's on the left. Got the dog. Nice. Oof. I wonder how much. Okay. So we know. Oh. Fire boss. There are a lot of you. I think so. Everyone I ran into, I recruited them. Ah. Ah. The only thing is I did not go down the stairs. I thought this down the stairs would be up here would be kind of the where the boss was at. That's where the save was. Is there anyone there to recruit? Then we'll learn. Well, is there recruits down the stairs? Am I not allowed to come back kind of thing after she's defeated? All right, I'll restart. Oh. All right. There's that. Then we can see this. Does the progress means I'm still... Will it say on the very top, you know? Will it say if I recruited everyone? That's the only thing worth trying to do everything I did before. All right, do this boss fight over again. Hold Y. We saw this before. Okay, just 15 every time. So I think throwing actually is kind of a skill check. Oop. Hit 13 and then he did 5, so that'd be more. Yep. Oh, gosh. Silly goosing it. Better if I have everyone toast, just themselves. Oh, it looks like it's the same no matter what. You had a hard time on this fight, Char? You had a hard time on this fight? Did you have a hard time on this fight? Ooh, I got all 3. As close as I can to pick up, build up TP, without getting hit. Nice. Damage. Okay. Oop. Ow. Oh, only got 1 that time. Oop. Oh, group toast. Ah. Everyone's health's pretty good. Okay, where I was in the last fight. Oh. Ah, almost got them all. Oh, he pulls it out. Ooh, pain. Heal him. Hurry. Cinema. Queen mech. Yep. So yeah, that was obviously the huge robot. I hope you won't mind if I don't. I shall also take the credit for this. Oh, I love this where you actually everyone you save is not part of the fight. HR. You want to see the passive ending? All the robots are now team up together to make a super no noise. Like organization. Starwalker. The duck. Yes.
Round one.
Fight.
What? Look at this, Ethan. Love it when they just change POV. Oh. So I can swing. Okay. Gee. Ah. Yeah, I was like looking. I was like, I feel like I could finally hit him. Like passive mode, I was like, all I want to do is just give you a good smack sometimes. I totally sucking Aura fired up. Oh. It makes the car. Literally every time I hit her, as I like did like super duck mode, it like makes a duck sound. Oh, 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 never mind. It went away. This is only for a fight. Oh, a little too early. Oh. Ah. Ah. Round 3, fight. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh. Oh, I see. Ah, gosh. Ah, too early. Detachable hand. Shut her down. Huh? Green and yellow. Stop. I mean, stop. Do you realize what will happen if you do that? Alright, well, just the roaring. What? Not even the queen. Did not know that. You didn't? Your whole plan was to. That's a relief. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. So your chill vibes. Cancelled. Deleting Tinder. Goodbye. Let's just go, Chris. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Sounds good. I can't wait to do chapter 3. I was looking over and watching it, seeing the TV be all wacky, and I was like, that looks fun. Huh. What happened? Oh. Actually. Looking for a tail. You think she's a horse, but she's actually a dragon. You okay, bro? I was saying if you heard. I'm saying you cool, bro. Reflex fire. Hmm. You just little. Let me say it's a nice bit to study. Fellow teens. Hello, fellow teens. Okay. Cool with me. I go to stands and then drop the egg off and boom, done. Oh, not here. Here he is. What's the egg? Awkward. Here we go. In the egg basket. All right, cool. Let's go back home now. Yeah. Wait. Wait. Like on apartment doors. Okay. Apartment. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for that. Oh, too late. Okay, cool. Whew. It's making a lot of noise. Ooh. Oh. Grabbing his heart. Huh. Okay. Aw. Huh. Interesting. All right, next save we have to do our debts, okay? Or next save or loss. Nice. I think mine's gonna like this chapter is almost over. I think. Oh, he took his heart out. But we gotta finish that. Long form one section reading. We have to go now then. No. What are clashing sounds? All right. I gotta bounce. Catch you later. It was good seeing you, Batterfish, and everyone. Peace.